Hello, hello. It's May here, and this is my friend Yewa. And I think some of you have met Yewa before. She is my very dear friend in the Berkeley Hills, a Chinese archaeologist who actually uses her hands all the time to dig up ancient stuff. But today she's going to use the same hands to cook for us. And she's from the north.
Yeah.
You want to?
Yeah. From north, from Beijing.
Yeah, so she's from Beijing and I'm from Yunnan. So our cooking styles are very different. And you're going to hear us sort of like, oh, you do it like that. Oh, so you're going to see. I really appreciate having you out here. And all our friends, can you hear me now? I think you can all hear me. Would you mind type in the chat box and let us know where you are from? Hi. Type in the chat box. Let's see where you're from. I want to see. We're in Berkeley, California. And it's absolutely gorgeous today, but it's a bit hot. As you can see, we're already in short sleeves here. Greetings from coast of Maine. Is it still cold?
Wow. Yeah.
Is it still cold there? Where are you in Maine? I often go to Mount Desert Island for the summer. Coming loud and clear. West Hills, California. Suzhou, China. Oh, hi. Good morning. That's what, 9 o'clock in the morning there. Monterey Park, California. Wonderful. I think we're going to have a few more friends joining us. But today, from Boulder, Colorado. Melbourne, Australia. Wow. Fantastic. It's good to see everybody. Well, Happy New Year. And let's see, this one was Florida. Oh, of course. Hi, Lee. She typed in there formerly Broxburn Court. She was my old late neighbor way back in Bethesda, Maryland. Hello, hello, hello. So good to see you. If any of the kids come through the kitchen, I'll show you. But most likely they're hiding somewhere in their rooms or with their friends. Hi, Paul. I'll say hi for Fred. He often talks about you too. Fred is our guide in Beijing. Yeah. So it's a very small community. As you can see, it's all like friends here, friends east, friends around the world. It's wonderful to be here. It's Chinese. We're still in Chinese New Year, right? What is it?
So, yeah. It's
Lantern Festival.
15.
When is the 15th?
15th. So
Like
when was the New Year? It was second?
The second. Yeah, the
so
second.
17th.
17th.
Yeah.
So we celebrate for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. And how do you?
15 days.
Yeah. What do you have to eat in the north?
In the north, actually there's a tradition in the north, like I think a woman, housewife or whatever, they work the entire year. So, because I went to a small village, the custom there in Shanxi, also in northern China. So it's from New Year, Chinese New Year to the 4th, 5 days.
Only 5 days.
5 days? No, you don't cook. You don't lit a fire. So the fire only for warm up the
house,
the cave.
Okay, the cave. That's
case,
right.
Yeah. So before the New Year's, we made a lot of dumplings, and put in a big, like urn. So put outside, and it's all frozen. Because
it's so cold.
No, and also because there was no electricity.
So no fridge.
No fridge.
Yeah.
And the 5 days, whoever comes or you'll visit your village, your relatives, all is dumplings. 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days.
15 meals.
Right. Okay.
No. Yeah, 15 meals, right? 3 meals per day. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the south, where I am from in Yunnan, because we have abundance of vegetables and all sorts of meats. The area where she's from and also where she does her archaeological work is on the what do you call it, Yellow River steps, or
No, it's the place I work is the Wei River Valley near
Wei River
today's
Valley.
Xi'an. So supposed to be the cradle of Chinese civilization.
So near where the terracotta warrior soldiers
right,
are.
very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very
Across,
barren
yeah.
there.
Very quite barren. Not the valley. The valley is quite
Green.
green,
Ah.
or is really that's how the agriculture developed there.
Yeah.
The valley. But when you when you go to north of the valley, it's just quite barren. So it's called the Yellow Plateau.
Yeah.
黄土高原.
黄土高原.
Yeah.
So compared to that area, in our area, we have plenty of food.
Right.
Actually, let me see. Make sure my thing is here. We have lots of food. And so for Chinese New Year, my aunt or the women of the family, sometimes men participate as well. They would just cook up the store, cook for like entire week. Everything is like stewed or fried, so they can be stored on the side.
Where? In the refrigerator.
Well, before we had refrigerator, you would just put it on the shelves or with a lid or with a cover. Because it's cold, so it doesn't really go bad. So for the first 3 days, we don't cook either. But every day you can heat up food.
Yeah, of course you boil water. I mean, we don't cook means you don't actually made things. You just
And sadly though, after Chinese New Year, work starts. The same cycle, right? Because then everyone goes back to work. Okay, so that's a little bit of the difference. So you're going to hear the bantering from us. Oh, let me see. Oh, hi, Linda and Bruce from LA. That's wonderful. Good to see you all. And today, since last year, this time we did dumplings. This time we're going to do Zha Jiang Mian. Zha Jiang Mian is a very northern dish.
Yeah.
And I hope you all got a chance to gather all the ingredients. I've already used some for my children's lunch. Noodles, fresh or not fresh or dried, are both okay. And usually, like in these shops, they would come in these bundles. Probably a bundle is enough for one person. Yeah, unless it's my baseball playing son, who normally requires 3 bundles. 3. And so that's that. That's the main thing we're going to cook. But the main ingredients I hope this is okay, right? A pound of chicken, ground chicken, and 黄豆酱, a yellow soybean paste. You see? I hope you all have that. And this is bean paste. I still don't know what CBL stands for.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Either.
Anyway, so we will use both of them. And we need a little bit spring onion and some garlic, which I have in a second.
Ginger.
And you're ginger, not garlic, sorry. And we're supposed to have cucumber as sort of like the crunchy green slices to go on top. I thought I bought some, but I don't have it. So
I have. You should.
it's okay, but we can use this. And we'll just replace with celery. And then we'll do a stir fry. And today I have these broccoli. This is kind of like more like broccolini, long stem, and I'll show you how to prep that. And I think we can get all of that done in 50 minutes. Shall we get started? Can I ask how many of you are cooking along? If you have the ingredients are cooking along, type 1 in the chat box so that I know whether to slow down and wait for everybody. So a few. Linda's getting ready. Oh, Pat from Portland, Oregon. What? Okay, so hi, Jane. Okay, hi, Tim. All right, so a few of you are cooking along, and let's just get going then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Yewa to do the demonstration.
Okay.
Where should we start?
So you have to open this.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna walk over to the.
I don't know how the amount of water. Well, just to put them here.
Don't
Oh, hi.
worry. 你说话也听得到的。Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, they can see that. 我们放水吗? I know how to
Yeah,
put water. Okay, you can spotlight it on this one, right? 我就直接放水吗？
可以直接放水 ，Yeah. That's about right. A little bit.
少一点吧。
Okay.
We're gonna.
Maybe you want to tell everyone what you guys are doing?
Of course.
Oh,
First of all, you want to show your face, Kendra, for just a second? This is our wonderful Kendra, from whom you hear about news all the time. And she is, of course, our talented tech support, marketing support, everything behind the scenes. And she's joining us from Colorado. Thank you, Kendra. Now, what we are doing is, this is just ground chicken. We put it in a pot, any pot, in fact. And the key there is to bring it to boil. And we'll let it sort of cook on its own for a little bit.
So you use water, basically, make that, how do you say, 就散了.
To loosen up the meat.
Right. Yeah.
Probably a little more.
Maybe a little more water. We just, okay, it's fine. Yeah.
And as all of you know, you love your own kitchen. Now that this is not Yewa's kitchen.
Right.
So
Jiang.
Jiang.
Yeah.
Okay. Jiang is
ginger. Yes.
This much, right? Let's show them.
Okay, it's about this much. Can you see here?
Can you see? Yeah. So it's about, I would say,
1 inch.
or 2 portions of your finger. Can you see that? This much.
You have to stir this. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to show you what I do with the ginger to prep it. You can let us back to see me for a second, Kendra. So this sounds like so old in my days. No, when I was growing up, it does sound old. We didn't have too much to eat. So everything was about how to do it economically, right? So ginger, when I see people peeling just like a whole slice, slicing it away, I would feel like that's such a waste. And what we used to do is you just sort of scrub the surface and to get rid of the skin. And yeah, well, it's so nice to have you cooking there. It feels just back home.
You just when it's ready is, the meat change color.
Right.
Yeah. If I
Now they can
normally
see your
use
meat.
pork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're using chicken today because I have a family member who doesn't eat pork. And actually, in Chinese cooking, we can somewhat accommodate various sort of dietary restrictions easily because each dinner, we have so many different dishes. Each dish has a smaller portion. I'm talking about the South mostly. So a dinner for 3, if I were back in China, would be like minimum 3, 4, 5 dishes on small little plates. And it's the same as sort of from Yunnan all the way to Shanghai, all eating in small portions. But in the North, they tend to have like a few larger portions of dishes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Jiang, do you have a little cooking wine or you don't?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the cooking wine. And do you wanna measure it out and see?
Yeah,
So people
yeah.
can see how much you're
Okay.
using?
So this is a,
I normally just
Okay.
dump a bunch.
yeah, me too. So this is maybe 1, 2, 3. So 3 tablespoons. And ginger.
Okay, it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
I need to dice it up.
So you use what, high temperature, or how do you say
You-
that? Yeah, hot,
Hot,
Yeah.
high heat.
high heat.
You have
Okay.
it on high heat?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think this is a high heat.
All right.
Yeah.
I might want to mute myself for just a second.
So the color changed, and you may lower the heat a little bit, but not yet medium. So it's not.
If this is too loud, Kendra, you can mute us. Okay, I'm gonna start. What I'm doing is, it's a little bit harder for you to see. I'm just chopping the ginger.
Yeah.
You can't see. Let me see if I can show you. Don't get dizzy. That's roughly good enough, right? Okay, I'll give you back this view.
Okay.
All right. Aren't you impressed with our high tech in the kitchen now? After 2 years of Zoom, I think we've kind of gotten a little bit hang of this. If you want to see, I'm using one thing that's great about this knife is it's also a carrier. All of it?
Okay. Yeah. All. Yeah. I like ginger, so usually I'll put a lot of ginger when I cook meat. So you see the water reduced almost half. And you can.
So what would you say, the way you were eyeballing the water, it should just
Maybe,
cover the meat?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And and then you put the paste, the bean paste.
Okay. Can people see? They can't quite see.
Can they see the bean paste? Maybe not
There.
1/3. Shall we use tablespoons? So people can.
I think you can just probably use all of it. No?
No, that's too much.
That's too much?
Yeah, yeah.
Last time I did it, I
Oh,
just dumped
really?
the whole thing in.
Oh, that's too salty.
Yes, it was quite salty.
Maybe 3.
I have to do
3,
one
a
more.
little. You have to use the other one. Okay, that's is.
Okay, so
and then-
basically,
Yeah.
this jar is, I think it's 300 grams, 10 ounces, and we used about half of it.
Okay.
Let me.
Okay. Zhang Mei wants to put more. That's fine.
I want to put a little more.
Okay.
I like it darker colored.
Oh, it will be darker colored.
Okay.
And this one. So.
The reason I like using it all up is
This is
it's hard to store.
Yeah. Okay. 2. 2.
Just 2?
Okay, maybe 3. This eyeball.
Oops.
Emma, are you putting in the 2 different types of bean paste? So you
Yes,
did.
yes.
This is the
yeah,
second type.
The second.
And
Yeah,
this one you're doing how much?
Half of the little 310-ounce jar.
Okay, so you're on like 3 tablespoons.
yeah. About 3,
I just added another.
jump. I will use, okay.
I like. Okay, here's another here's another difference. In Yunnan, we eat food quite salty. That's why I don't feel like these bean pastes are salted already. So we don't need to add any salt. But the more
We need a little sugar. Yeah,
okay, we need a little sugar.
yeah,
here.
maybe 1 tablespoon of sugar.
A tablespoon of sugar?
White sugar.
White sugar?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sorry,
The brown
everyone.
sugar.
I don't think I have that on the shopping list, but I think you may have it in your pantry.
Oh, you don't have,
Oh, I'm sure everybody has sugar. I think that's like essential for American kitchen.
oh my God, this is quite a lot.
I'll show you what she's talking about. This is my sugar.
But for me, use this much, probably 2 years, 3 years, no, 4
years.
years.
Okay, 1
Okay,
tablespoon?
1 tablespoon.
Oh, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Now we can just put it back in there.
How much
Because-
sugar are you adding, May?
Tablespoon.
1 tablespoon.
Okay.
Thank you. Something I'm sure all of you already knew that in China, dessert is not a big thing. So the baking and cooking dessert is sort of often forgotten. Like if people come into my house for dinner, most likely I would ask guests to bring dessert because A, I don't know how, B, I'll forget. That's why my house normally doesn't have a whole lot of sugar, but one of the girls like to cook, and so we got a lot for her.
Okay, so
How much time has the heat? Shoot, let's turn the heat down a little.
okay，
你要放油吗？
对了，你不放吗？
放很多。
放，我也是，因为最后要炸，
嗯哼。
对，就是会。
It's mesmerizing to just look at the bubbles.
Yeah. Okay, at this stage, I don't know how to describe, but you know, the texture is a thicker,
Uh-huh.
and this time you can add oil.
Okay, we have a
So-
measuring cup.
Yeah. Zhang Mei likes this grapeseed oil, and I think it's really nice. I like this. I don't like vegetable oil. Somehow they have.
They have a very strong taste.
Yeah, and also what's the other one?
Canola.
Canola. Yeah. So we'll just do
Probably a whole cup.
whole cup.
I would.
Yeah,
They're doing a cup of oil.
a cup of oil.
They haven't
Is
added
this
it
a
yet,
one
but I
cup?
guess so.
No, that's a half a cup actually.
That's a half. I think.
I think whole cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need more.
May, we have another
No,
question here.
no,
If you don't have yellow, oh,
Hang on 1 second, okay? Well,
okay, no worries.
That's enough. Okay.
yes.
And you just
If you don't have yellow bean paste, what can you use from Tim Smith? The Zhang, that one. Is there anything else you can substitute with?
you don't have to. I mean so this just use different flavor. You can just use this one.
Yeah, just use one that you have.
Yeah, what's
It's-
it called? CBL.
So you have this, right? 大酱. That's good enough, but I wouldn't put 甜面酱 in it, would you? That's too sweet.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like it because yeah.
So this is the one. As long as you have this one, and let's see. I hope it focuses. Can you see? There.
Zhang Mian, I think the
Zha
oil
Jiang.
is a little bit too much, but
What's too much? Too much oil?
too much oil.
I
I think
You can never
half.
have too much oil. It'll taste good. Maybe too much water.
No,
Oh, too much oil?
too much
yeah.
oil, a little bit too much. Half cup, I think. Half cup is enough.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's fine. So this is in Chinese called the Zha Jiang, means, fried, not fried,
Fried
fried bean
bean
paste.
paste.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so you need oil, but today we have a little bit too much.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, guys, half a cup. Yes, there's a question, I see. We did 1 cup. 1 cup is too much. Yeah, half a cup. It's my fault. This is what happens when 2 chefs are cooking.
No, but the oil is much flavored. You can use for other things.
I normally, okay, one way to make this kind of sauce, see, it looks great. And it will have more oil. And after today's cooking, you can eat today, but you don't, there's no way you're going to be able to finish all of it because it's a lot and it's salty. So we use it only a spoonful, a tablespoonful, maybe 2, to stir with noodles. And the rest of it, for 1 person I'm talking about, and for the rest of it, you store in a mason jar. If it's covered with oil, it's not a bad idea. In fact, if you go to the Ranch 99 and buy the store-bought Zha Jiang, they often have a very, probably half of the bottle is in oil. And it keeps the meat.
So you
Right.
turn your stove to low heat.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah. And you can just let this. Actually it's already done,
Here.
and then you put you
Sorry.
add. No.
No.
Oh, yeah. Because then we'll splash.
Yeah.
Need a
Cong.
onion. Okay.
Okay.
I'll do the onion.
I can do it.
No. I can do it. Let me do it.
May, what did you just add?
No, I
Nothing.
didn't add anything. I just moved
Move
the faucet from
Oh,
away.
okay, cool. And you're getting, what are you guys getting now? The onion?
yeah.
Onion, okay.
Because this you're gonna let it cook for a little bit, for quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like making the pasta sauce. What do you call that?
Oh, are you going to have dinner tonight? We're having Zha Jiang Mian.好。
You want to say hi? 那个屏幕上有我们以前 Bethesda 的邻居。
哦。
You just want to say hi? All right.
Hi.
Lee and Paul and Linda and many friends. This is Leah. Look how much taller she is. Okay, bye.
Okay. I think now we can. Okay, wait.
Okay, you have to show them what you did with the
The what?
so the cong.
Oh, 葱 you
Okay,
just,
this is what she did. We are, because we have 2 and you probably only have 1 person cooking there, you may not be able to see.
Hi there, Paul.
So we have just 2, right? You use the 2
Yeah.
branches of
two, yeah.
green
two-
onion,
Right.
and just chopped up.
Yeah.
Should I dump it all in?
Yeah. And that's it.
I made quick question. So you guys use the whole onion, right? The green bit and the white bit?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. Someone actually only used the white one, but I think the green one looks better and tastes better. So
I agree.
I think this is done. Zhang Mian,
Yeah.
I think this is done.
It smells so good. I hope your kitchen smells the same. It's really good. So how do you know it's done?
You taste it. I already tasted.
You already tasted it?
Yeah, you don't want to cook too much. too long.
Yeah, so we started at 5:10 and it's 5:30. About 20
10
minutes.
Yeah.
That's how long it takes. So
And
yeah,
if you like, you can just simmer on the stove, but at the same time, you really have to stir because otherwise you will, they will stick on the bottom of your
yeah.
pot
Oh,
of your
yeah. Okay, so this is pretty much done.
yeah.
And
Okay,
can you
I'll
see
turn on the
here?
heat.
I'm gonna start boiling. We could have, we're not in a rush, but so I'm gonna start boiling water for noodles. 你要吃吗？
是吗？
Maybe Sophie will have a little bit.
Oh, you mean now?
Yeah,
No.
because
no.
we're gonna demonstrate and then maybe Sophie
Oh,
can eat
okay.
it.
Okay.
All right, so on a separate pot, you start bringing the water to boil. And
May, so is the meat still cooking or have you guys turned it off?
we just turned the heat off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
You-
key with the meat, in total, it cooks for about 20 minutes from beginning to now, right? And at this point of time, if you can keep it cooking to even have more flavor,
Yeah.
but you just have to be really careful. You need to stir from the bottom.
Yeah.
It doesn't get burned.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you do have some
Come
sugar.
over a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do have sugar.
Yeah. So now, while the water's boiling, what I'm gonna do, 你喝口水，要不？
Okay. This is my.
你是在喝那个吗？
你喝这个了是吗？
我没喝，我都没喝。那是 Philly's cup. So what I'm doing, now that I have this light on, it's very bright. Is with all of these broccolinis, this is something I do, which I find making the vegetable very fresh. And I hope you can see the stem itself, I cut in and I take some of this away. But let me bring the other phone over so you can see.
Do you want me to ladle them out or you leave them
We won't
in
need
the-
to ladle them
Oh,
out.
okay.
Okay. Where should we ladle them? Maybe this,
If you
because I
have
would
a-
love to use the wok.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
这是你的吧？
这大概是反正我有。
Okay, so you can spotlight the other one for a second. What she's just putting in the container. Let me see if I have a.
Okay.
Here, you can use this.
Fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. While Yewa is doing that, I'm showing you how I take the skin of the vegetable. Because with the skin, it's a bit, you'd have to throw away a larger portion of it. Once you take the skin off, it tastes much more tender.
I may,
I
we have
don't
a
think-
question here. If people have gailan or like bok choy, should they also take some of the outside off or no?
Yes. Yeah.
This is really good.
What is,
There was.
what's the, right? So
Happy.
she's trying to wash it. Be careful, okay?
Yeah. It's
May,
fine.
should we be washing the wok in between?
Yes, that's what Yewa is doing.
Oh,
She
okay,
just
cool.
took the wok and to wash it. Between dishes, always wash your wok. I know it's a terrible thing, particularly like mine is a cast iron wok, so it's very heavy. But if you don't wash, it's guaranteed your next dish will be burned. Because all Chinese stir fries needs to heat up the wok with oil before you put the vegetable in there. So the heating process with oil in there, whatever is residuals from the previous dish would start burning and your dish would come out tasting burned or looking with like all these yellow bits or brown bits from the previous dish. So as Yewa is helping with cleaning that wok over there, I want to show you, this is wosun. Let me see how you can see it clearly. See, it's a kind of lettuce, but we don't actually eat these leaves. The main thing to eat is this itself. And when you see it in the supermarket, you're like, how do I cook this thing? Same thing. Take your knife and start peeling. Right. Here, I want to show you with the phone. It's called celtis, this vegetable.
Okay.
Zhang Mian,
You can start the
What?
video now.
Okay,
需要来煮面
just a second, 好吗？我给他们看一下这个。Okay, so you can see this now, clearer? So you have to get rid of the entire layer, right? It takes a little bit more time to prep, but it will taste very good once it's peeled. Many vegetables, if you see stems, they're all peeled and prepped like this. Yeah, well, you said you don't peel the broccolini.
No, I don't.
Then what do you do with it?
I just
Just
eat
cook it like,
the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. You think it's too too stringy?
uh-huh.
It's fine with me.
Okay.
But this definitely I will peel.
This for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, wosun, if you don't peel,
Yeah.
sorry, it's a little bit messy here. Trying to demonstrate all sorts of vegetables. Okay, so wosun, this way, the whole thing is peeled. At the very end, you don't need to peel it. All right, I'll finish a last bit of this one, and then we'll get back to our noodles. Okay. Should I cut some this to prepare for noodles?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I
This
can cut.
is-
Yeah.
This is
Celery.
Celery.
Yeah.
You can put celery and cucumber and carrots.
Yeah. Not carrots.
Not carrots?
Usually cucumber.
Cucumber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can just blanch it. Makes
Oh.
more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So this is what Yewa suggested. Just hang on one second, Yewa.
Oh, okay.
Hang on one second. I want them to see.
Need a quiet. Okay.
She's going to be blanching that celery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jaime, if we have cucumber, should we be doing the same thing or no?
No.
not
Cucumber,
cucumber,
you
no.
don't. Yeah.
Okay, so should we, how is the
You
cucumber?
don't
supposed to be
blanch
prepared?
or.
Just, like chopped up?
Like this. Okay. All right. Once she gets that
Yeah,
out, I'll show you.
you don't like 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna bring you over here. So you see this.
Okay, here, Zhang Mian. Yeah, so
What?
it just take
Oh,
the bitterness out a little bit.
Yeah. And how would you? I would sectionally cut this.
Yeah, I'll slice that way, right?
Yeah. So, and I'll show you the cucumber, you do the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is such a good idea. Then the celery will taste much better.
Yeah.
This is so fun. All right. You can also treat this as a cucumber. You do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, you may want to mute me. It's
It's fine. Yeah.
Can you see?
There. Yeah.
I highly recommend having a chopper, one of these cleavers. Much easier to use than the small knife. All right, I toss that, or you can eat it also. Now, if it's a cucumber, at this point of time, you sort of like flatten the stack and just go, right?
Yeah.
You do that as well.
Right, right. Beautiful.
Not really. My pass the cooking schools in Sichuan. By the way, we cut potatoes like this as well, and
Yeah.
just stir fry potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
土豆丝儿,
So Yunnan, you also had that dish?
we do,
Oh,
we
okay.
do, but we would
Oh.
mix 土豆丝儿 with all sorts of pickled
Oh,
greens.
oh.
I may, we have a question. Should we
Yes.
peel the cucumber or leave the skin on, from Jane Sito?
I like the skin on, but someone prefer to take the skin off.
Personal preference, yeah.
Right, right. Either way.
If it's the kind of like Persian cucumber,
Yeah, you don't
need to peel it. But there is a type that is almost like the ones you use for pickling. You want to peel those.
Oh,
Those have
right.
very
And-
thick skin.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so we have ingredients
And
ready.
English cucumber, you don't.
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, let's go cook the noodles.
Just one, right?
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of, lose the noodles and have to, yeah, just like you cook spaghetti, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly like spaghetti. I think people around the world have this common knowledge of doing bread,
Yeah.
noodles, all the same.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, we can wait for that. Have
Yeah. Water.
some water, and
Where's my cup? So,
there.
okay.
I'll give you some water. Yeah,
No,
you'll
no,
see
I'm
it.
fine. This
Okay,
is someone
so-
else's kitchen.
A defining feature. These days with Eileen Gu winning the gold medal in Beijing, and also Nathan Chen winning in Beijing as well. There are people on Twitter and in China, they're all saying like, this Winter Olympics is all about those Americans in China and all those Chinese in America fighting each other. I mean, competing against each other. And particularly in the Bay Area, all of these kids, quite a few of them, I think, are from here in Bay Area. And among the Chinese American communities or Chinese communities here, there's a lot of discussion on identity, a sense of belonging. Do you identify as a Chinese, or do you identify as an American, or do you identify as a Chinese American or American Chinese? Very hard to say. And then one of the things I thought was interesting is, okay, if you identify by passport, there would be an American there, a Chinese here. But one thing we have in common is we both drink hot water. So and we both cook noodles the same way, we both speak the same language. And so how do you do these sense of identification? I don't know.
May, we have a question here about how much noodles to boil. How many?
Okay, as I was saying earlier, for
I'll add a little cold water.
oh, she's adding some
Yeah.
cold water. You can see, yeah. Let me show you different kinds of noodles and the way I judge it. Oh, actually, they all come. Okay, you can spotlight here. Two different types. One is this was a fresh, sort of chilled from the fridge in the supermarket. So it's fresh noodle. And normally they're pre-bundled from the manufacturer. And generally speaking, one bundle is for one person. And you always want to have sort of a generous amount of water for it to swim around while it's cooking, so it doesn't become sticky. For the family, like let's say just my husband, me, and my daughter, we would probably do 3. And if someone's a little bit hungry, I would add 1 more, right? So that's these fresh ones. With dried noodles, which is a great item for the pantry, because you're going to have a lot of the sauce left, which you want to store in the fridge. And I would do this, a bundle of this for breakfast, oh, not for breakfast, for lunch, for the kids to take to school. Again, okay, well, this, I guess it's very hard to use this to judge. For example, this one, can you see? This one, I think it's a bit too much for, this is definitely for 2 people. I normally would take half of that, like a very small bundle you can hold with your hands. That's about for 1 person. It's a bit similar to pasta, but I would go a little bit on the lighter side than pasta, like quantity wise. Does that make sense? It's not very scientific, but that's how we were taught cooking at home. And I hope with our friends and family, we can continue to learn these unscientific methods of cooking. 差不多了吧？
差不多了。I think it's still, I mean, depend on what you want, softer or you want
I think that's good.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
We'll go here. Is that too small?
I think this is too small.
Okay, I'll give you a big one.
I'd like to.
You like a big one?
Big,
right
so you can put everything.
How about this?
That's too.
That's too big. Once.
Yeah. Use
Take
this.
a big one.
But you don't use this to. Okay. Eat. It's too deep. Right?
要不要我来？
来，你来。
也差不多了，
你来吧，你来。
你差不多了，我觉得。
还有啊，哎呀，张梅还是
这个习惯问题。
没有，我还是那个我一般用那个长的筷子。
哦 ，OK。
好。
Now we're gonna spotlight right here.
No, 你来 serve.
我来 serve 吗？ All right. So I would just use this is about the same size as a tablespoon, right? I probably would have 2, 3.
Yeah.
Be generous, and it'll taste.
Yeah.
The more fatty it is, the better it will taste.
Yeah.
Okay, and
add a
save
little
that there.
oil. Maybe you have lots of oil. But this is all vegetable oil, so it's okay. Yeah.
And the celery. We can even put some of these.
Yeah.
The Celtis that I just cut works as well.
Yeah.
And
this is there.
Hang on. That's not pretty enough.
Yeah.
What can we add to make it pretty?
Nothing, I think. Not pretty. I think this is
Okay.
I think
this is what chefs do in the back.
May we have a couple questions?
Okay.
One of
All
them
right.
is, do we use a strainer for the noodles?
Oh,
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Now, I normally don't use the strainer for one reason, because my kids always want second servings sometimes. Or as we are cooking in Chinese household, it happens very often. A guest would be popping by and look how much sauce we have here. Anyone who's popping in, Jane, if you want to come up from your house, I'll serve you noodles with the same water that we just boiled noodles. That's why I keep the water boiling, or at least hot on the stove. I don't use a strainer, but you can use a tongs to get the noodles out, or for simplicity, I just use the chopsticks. Yes, sorry,
What?
forgot about the broccoli.
Oh,
I was having too much fun. Okay, but our noodle was ready to eat. I'll wipe this down. See, that's a good lunch. You can serve anybody. Okay. Did you see the oil that I put in? You know what? Broccoli, and since I have the celtus all cut up, I'm just gonna cook this. If you're okay.
you cook?
Yeah, I'll cook. You don't?
We eat raw.
You eat raw. We cook them.
No. Why don't you cook?
See, how interesting is that? We just find immediately the differences. Okay. Broccoli, celtus, same thing. And what I am doing in my hand is I'm preparing a couple of chili. Here, I'll show you. I'm bringing this over. You can use chili. I would either use chili or minced garlic. No need for both. And you wait for the oil to heat up. Takes about, depends on your wok. This wok is a very thick cast iron wok, so it takes a while for it to heat up. And if you're cooking broccoli, just cut into bite size. Sophie, we have some noodles. Would you like?
Zha Jiang Mian.
炸酱面已经好了。
No, but it's gonna really hard to eat with my faces.
you can eat. Okay, 好，没事。
你什么时候那个 bracelet？
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Can you spotlight on the wok?
Let me see. Oh my God.
Can you see the wok? Yes. Now, the reason I think it's about ready now, you see little bit sort of, you see little ripples in there and a very slight smoke coming up. That's when it's ready. And you just toss it in, give it a minute. If it's garlic, you do the same thing. I would say I probably have 1/4 cup of oil. It's a bit too much oil for my celtus since I don't have that much. 把这油铲掉一点，我觉得太多了。
太多了。
Okay. I think my oil is a bit too much because I was planning to cut this. I got some of it out. Now it's about ready. I scoop up all of the lettuce and voila. Hey. What's that? Yes. I would say that's pretty much done because this vegetable can be eaten raw. So it really doesn't require much cooking. But if you're cooking broccoli, you may want to wait a second until the color changes. And a little bit salt, just salt to your liking, not very much at all. I might put a tad of soy sauce in there. That was soy sauce. That's not necessary. Just salt and chili is good enough. Yep, that's it.
May, what was the name of this vegetable again?
All right, 1 second. Okay, let me just scoop this out. I don't let it sit in the hot wok very long because that will end up overcooking it. Bring those up so that it's pretty. In Chinese cooking, we talk about 色香味儿, the color and the fragrance and the taste.
Yep.
You want to try it?
You try it. I'm sure it's good.
Here,
No,
we're done. We're back here. Try it.
Okay.
Is it good? I want to try it.
Excellent.
Good. The noodles very good too. We haven't eaten them. So we have these two. See, look at the color. It's just perfect to go on the table.
Very spring color.
Very spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming into the
Oh,
screen.
okay.
Yeah. So sorry, what was the question again? Let me turn this off.
We have a question here. What was the vegetable that you paired it with? That one you just cooked.
Oh, this one, this was the lettuce. But as I was trying to explain is any green vegetable, the method is exactly the same. Any. When I say any, it should be like anything you use for a main dish. You can cook spinach the same way.
Spinach is, with the Zha Jiang Mian is really
Yeah,
good.
that would be very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Right, you can cook pea vine,
You can
broccoli,
broccoli,
cauliflower, even
Ah.
potato, bok choy, gailan. What else?
what else?
Most
yeah.
of the green beans
Right.
may work best if you blanch it, like the
Right.
way that Yewa
Yeah.
was doing with the celery.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do celery the same way. You can cook carrots the same way. Stir-fried Chinese vegetables pretty much consistently you can use the same methods. Is oil is heat up. It's high heat when you do stir-fry to start. You let the oil heat by itself. Then you spice it with either garlic or chili. Or what else do you use to spice in the beginning? We only normally use those two. Onion, if ever needed, always goes in later. We don't cook a lot with
The green onion.
we only most Chinese food uses green onion, not those bulbed onion,
Not
white or red.
right. But high heat, when you use a garlic, you have to be really careful
Not to burn
because
it too much.
not to burn it.
Yeah.
So you
If-
have to put the vegetables immediately right after the garlic. That's usually I do.
I actually let it cook for a little bit.
Oh,
So
really?
it
Okay.
I think it releases a little more.
Yeah.
Like in Thai cooking,
Mm.
they let the garlic almost deep
Burn?
fried.
Oh, really?
Almost,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah.
So you can, I think there's a range there,
Okay.
as the range is as big as China. Yeah, so high heat to start, spices in first, and then keep the cooking, the vegetable cooking time should go in high heat and vigorously stir. You do not want, if you wash your vegetable in a bowl, it has a lot of residual of water. Do not carry the water into the wok. Just, you have to drain the vegetable.
Yeah, quite.
Yeah, otherwise the
Well,
water
it
will
is.
immediately lower the temperature, then it doesn't taste as good.
Yeah, and also splashed oil sometimes.
Yes,
Yeah, make
yes.
the oil splash. Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, it's fairly quick. The only ones that takes a little bit time is the very sort of thick bulb or stem sort of parts, broccoli, cauliflower, and potato. Those would take longer, obviously, a lot longer than, say, spinach.
Yeah,
Right.
spinach is really fast.
Yeah, and spinach is so fast, but spinach, it's you always want to salt at the end, because in the beginning it looks like such a big quantity and you tend to over salt it. But once
Oh.
it's cooked down, you'll
Yeah.
see it's just a little bit that you can salt appropriately. Okay, Tim, yummy, that's great.
I
All
hope-
right. Okay, I'm glad, Jane. You're welcome to join us in our kitchen
Okay,
anytime.
in northern China, actually, we use this Zha Jiang Mian, this noodles with fried bean paste.
Mhm.
We eat with raw garlic.
Raw garlic.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
My daughters still do that.
One thing I've noticed, this Jiang, see, we have this whole bowl. This was what we cooked first. Oh, yeah, I did first.
No, we both,
You know,
yeah.
What I would do is I would cut up cucumber
Oh.
chunks,
Oh, yeah, you can.
like
yeah.
like in a appetizer platter, those kind of chunks, finger size of cucumbers, and just
Yeah.
dip in and eat cucumbers
Yeah,
that way.
yeah,
My girls love that.
Right. That's also
Yeah.
really good.
And so with this big bowl, you do want to let it cool, cover, and put it in your fridge. You can keep it
for a long time.
a long time, like a month even.
Yeah.
It's that they will stay.
Yeah.
So you can eat whenever you need. Okay. Any other questions? If not, we'll let you eat in peace. Leslie, it's so good. Oh, great. Well, thank you all. You have any parting words you want to share with our friends?
No, thank you. Very nice to meet Zhang Mei's friends online.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, everybody, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy the Year of the Tiger. And we'll see you next time. And thanks again, Kendra, for doing all the moderating of questions and the technical support. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye, guys. Oh, Helen's from, I think she's dialing from Indonesia.
Oh, wow.
Okay.